Hello, Aries. Welcome to your... Oh my goodness. Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. I did a live last night, so it was late for me. I'm a morning person. It's kind of thrown me off, so... it's funny, like, the deeper part of me feels really energized when I'm exhausted and tired. So this week, my dear Aries, my little fireball babies, we are looking into the current and future archetypal energy of you right now. Where am I going with this? Yeah, and it's actually like an unknown. It's an unknown week. Like, it's the unknown oracle to archetypal. Oh my gosh, maybe I should cut and start over again, but that's okay. This is life. This is me. This is me, guys. So this is not a movie. This is real. So the unknown animal archetypal, the unknown animal oracle deck, wild unknown. I'm fumbling all over the place. Wild unknown tarot. I was fine a minute ago. I did Aquarius extended from last night and it flowed. I don't know, maybe y'all are a little bit kerfuffled right now or something. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah, there's an extended at the end of this as well, if you're drawn to it. In the extended, I'm using different cards and I'm going to look at the energy that's sitting right in the middle. It's kind of like your in-between energy. It's sitting in between your current and your future, and we're going to examine any personal challenges, distractions to be aware of, and areas to focus on. And that, but right now, Aries, my fireball babies who maybe are kerfuffled, I'm definitely feeling the kerfuffle. That's too many. You can't have that many archetypal energies right now, okay? I know you're the emperor and all, but you should, try to keep it to one at a time. One at a time. And I do have my orthodontic appliance in my mouth. So I am slurring a bit. I think I'm getting better though. Huh? I think I'm getting a little bit better with it. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not going to say that right. Because I don't think it's... Oh, in the vision. Oh, yeah. The creator. That's interesting. You're painting your life here, I'm hearing. Okay, agape. But I was told this is different. Like, it's the Greek... Is it agape? I don't know. We're going to read what it means. It's something good. It's like really big. It's quite far in the archetypal list. Like, it's like way down the way here. So that's where you are now. I'm going to read from the book. It's interesting. I see like almost like 2 points in time coming together. I see like 2 points in time coming together. Almost like maybe the past and the future coming together to form. These are reminding me of like lines of reality, the strings of reality that run through the universe. Choosing strings to jump on, timelines to go into. You're currently doing that. This is just me like intuitively reading the card for you. So there is more in the card than that. Each way is lit too. Each choice that you make is lit, is a path that could be meant for you. Each choice is lit. Now, into your future energy is the vision. Ooh, this is pretty cool. And I want to say, I haven't really done this with any of them. Well, I've only done 2 other ones, but your underline is the creator. And this, the vision, is your future. And when I saw the creator underneath, I felt like almost like a painter, like creating your life. And in a way, in a sense, doing that by choosing the timelines that you wish to go to. Like what realities you wish to attach yourself to. And I'm just sort of getting that with the vision card. 2 snowy owls on either end, like really, really crystal clear thought, vision, understanding, at least of where you want to go. Maybe not knowing where it's going to go, but having that vision. So let's look at what these are. Oh, wow, there it is. Oh, wow, this is really nice. I want to say agape, but I think it's agape or something like that. It's okay. Devotion, unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such as the energy of agape. I don't know. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form and like a healing balm to the modern soul. Its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? What does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? So I feel like too when it says reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? And I feel like kind of to make that a very practical sentence to apply it to life is, where do you direct your energy? Because where energy is directed is where your reality goes. Like that's what you create for you. So where are you directing your energy? How are you directing your energy? This is your worship, because each day in your life, like worship does not have to be like bowing at an altar, saying a prayer. Every single second of your life is worship, is basically worshiping this lifetime, like giving power to it, and also like just allowing the journey to happen. But you are very much so an active part in this. So how do you direct your energy in doing that, Aries? So when this is in light, it's service, reverence, honor, and joy. When it is in dark, it is spiritual bypassing, righteousness, right? For sure. Because, you know, there is a point in here too of what do you put at the center of your practice? Is it just your journey? Or is it how you go in your journey and how you interact with everything around you? Agape, I'm going to say them both ways to make everyone happy, can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community. Recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. There you go. She just provided the answer to how are you, to reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. And it's so simple, it's gratitude. That is the simplest way to elevate your practice. The Greek word agape informs the English word, yeah, see, right? Agape, I thought so. To have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. I think even just going in nature that can happen, though. I mean, it's kind of funny because, I mean, myself being a visual artist, I mean, painting and drawing and all that jazz, I've never once ever painted anything or drawn anything that could be as beautiful as the moment that exists when you're in nature, when you're on earth. And that is often, I think, the moment when you are closest to God, goddess, the universe, source. And you can't recreate it. I mean, they're beautiful things to recreate and have in our environment. And yeah, I love doing that. I love putting them around my house, but there's so much that comes in. I always thought, wouldn't it be great as an artist if you could produce a painting and someone would stand in front of it and they would put, or you could have like sound directed too, where only one person hears it. And you could literally hear everything that was taking place in the moment that piece of artwork was existing. You could smell everything. You would feel a temperature change, the humidity change. You would experience, because there's more than just the visual aspect of our existence, right? So I think gratitude in every little thing as you're moving forward is a really great way to help align where you're taking yourself, because you're taking yourself somewhere. I mean, that's, to me, I feel that very strongly with that card. And how are you taking yourself there? is your current energy. So it's something to be very self-aware of. So your future is the vision. Oh yeah, I have to finish all the 10s. There we go. The vision, Aries. The dream, the imagined, the revealed. It is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny toward which we are aimed. It is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than any elixir. When we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull and exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery, bring back the dreams. Well, this is where you're going, is the vision. So you're moving into this energy. Look at art you loved when you were young. Listen to old records and poems. These are all ways to activate the vision. You can gauge how connected you are to your vision by how tired you are. Since the vision feeds us energy, it affects our life force and vitality. Well, isn't that funny? I said like I came in, like I'm tired because I didn't get a lot of sleep and I was working, well to me it's like doing that live video, but yet I feel energized. So it's really like my eyes, my mind is saying let's go to sleep, but the rest of me is kind of awake. So that's an interesting way to kind of feel if you're lining up like that. This has also been kind of a very turbulent time for Aries, because Mars is in retrograde, right? Like there's a whole bunch of shit in retrograde. So when light, potent imagination, synchronicity, and trust. When dark, disconnected from art and dreams, listless, aimless. Go Deeper, Twin Peaks by David Lynch. That was a good show. That's really fascinating. So, yeah, I really feel like this is a very powerful time for you. Move in gratitude. Try to move forward in gratitude in as many ways as you can, because you are going into a very powerful, like connecting with your soul. Your soul is a little bit on fire. I feel like you're maybe getting very close to what you're destined for here. But again, it speaks of getting vision of it and then it slips away. Because it's always, I mean, if you knew the answers all the time, what kind of fun would that be, right? Like you get little tidbits along the way, and then when you go to the tarot readings, you get a lot of High Priestess and Moon cards. Like, shit, now they're not telling me anything. So I'm going to pull a Wild Unknown Animal Oracle card for each one of these, your current and your future, and then we're going to do the tarot. Cards really want to come out. All right, there you go. Interesting. Wow, the swan is at the bottom. Then it's reversed. Very self-reflective, going very deep, or have been. So what you've pulled out here is the Deer card. This is very, very grounded energy. Very grounded, very nurturing. Go forward in this very nurtured type of energy. You are grounded, which is great, because this is a way to be very practical about where you're taking your life. It's one thing to dream and fantasize. Think about artists, like how many of them are starving. Think about musicians, how many of them are starving. There's only a very small few that actually can make money. It's like to ground the spiritual practice here. And I'm really feeling that with the Deer card. A very, kind of a type of innocence. you know what's interesting? Once before for Capricorn, I was doing a reading, and it was the first time where I felt like this deer was looking through a broken piece of glass and looking through the camera. And what I'm getting right now with this is almost like having vision, having some sort of, oh, that's funny, visionary practice here, or intuition, something about almost peeking through all the different possibilities of these strands of reality that you're kind of in a way making choices about. So pay attention to your inner guidance system here. Like really pay attention to your inner guidance system. And I think by trying to move forward in gratitude with pretty much everything, as much as you can, really, like being grateful for the electricity, even if it's raining, because it's watering things, it's cleansing. There's so many different ways that we can have a practice of gratitude in, because I think the more that you can practice that, the higher you bring your vibrational energy up to that of the universe. So as you make choices that are more and more in line with your true path. And then look at this, with the vision, you got the peacock. Wow. This is like, I get a couple of energies from this card. I get the Nine of Pentacles sometimes, because these remind me of little pentacles. And so like really, you know, looking good and looking after yourself. And I'm sort of feeling that too with the deer, because it's very grounded. That's a very pentacle energy. But this is air. So it's also like, this is almost like the crown chakra is just lit up, like on fire and really connecting. And too, we had the two snowy owls. And the snowy owl and the Wild Unknown Tarot is the Queen of Swords. So being very, very aware, very, very clear-minded, very cut and dry about what serves you and what does not. Like having that sort of clarity is the future energy that you're moving into. So now this is where it gets interesting. So in the current energy that you have, I'm going to ask what you've been working on, what you've been healing, and what is starting to blossom for you. And then when we go into the future, I'm going to ask, what will you finish working on? What will be healed? And what will be ready for you to harvest? Wow. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Interesting. Really interesting. The Justice card is at the bottom. I kind of like that you can't see the card. Is like, ooh, I can tease you a little bit. The Justice card is at the bottom. Karmic alignments. Things coming into place when they're meant to come into place. Playing with that, or what do I want to say? Playing nice with that energy, like, and that's not pushing against things that seem to have a resistance over and over and over again. Like that's not for your higher good. You can kind of feel that. So that's, yeah. What I'm getting with that underline is really coming into alignment with yourself, your deeper self. So now, what have you been working on here? The Moon. You've been really trying to, you know what, things that, things in the past that maybe trigger you, frighten you, the unknown, where could this go? Trying to use your intuition, maybe not always getting answers and not really sure what to do. So that's what you've been working on here, which is interesting because you're going over here, which seems like kind of really pulling that in very strongly. So it's paying off, I do want to say. It is paying off what you've been working on there. Now this is cool. What have you been healing? Wow, if you were ever going to heal anything in life, that would probably be one of the best things to heal. It's the devil. So this is toxic energy. It's basically toxic energy. It's what's the best way to describe toxic energy? Like in a way that gives it great meaning, not in a way that belittles it or makes it seem, you know, you just didn't do that, or it's like toxic energy can be, I think Temperance is a wonderful card to describe a really good way to dispel dissipate, transmute toxic energy is it takes time, because I'm just laughing. I just a joke went in my head, but I'm not going to say it right now. It takes time for things from the past to sort of become the compost for the future. That's my new little symbolism there with that. Maybe even a metaphor there a bit. It's like the things from the past, the toxicities from the past, they were not always toxic, right? Like, hopefully not. You're not going into a lot of situations full on, this is toxic, I'm going right into this one, baby. Like, no. Like, things become toxic because they no longer serve you. They're no longer serving your higher good and possibly the higher good of others involved in the toxic energy. Something needs to change, right? That's really what happens. Something needs to change. And sometimes the change can be something like that's very physical in our lives. And we can change something physically. We can remove ourselves from something physically, whether it be a relationship, a job, a family member, whatever it is. We can remove ourselves from that. But energy really is persistent. Energy is persistent. So it's kind of like allowing time to pass, allowing yourself to work through it, and allowing new energy to come in to dissipate this. So that's what you're feeling. Yeah. Now, so what is starting to blossom? Look at how cool this is. The Daughter of Swords. So it's like the Page of Swords, which is cool. Because you have the two snowy owls on either side of your vision card, which in this deck here is the Queen of Swords. So it's the maturity of the vision. The maturity of the vision. Yeah, for it coming to term almost, like this vision being born. Oh. Going through the unknown to find the sun. See, we have the moon here, and then we have the sun here. And in Egyptian mythology, like the sun every night would go under the earth or in the earth. I can't remember which way it was now. And it would come up. And the scarab beetle was also associated with guiding and protecting the sun as it came up again through the unknown. The cycle of unknown to known, unknown to known. Mystery, fear, clarity, happiness. Mystery, fear, clarity, happiness. Right? And what plays a part in that? Well, both these. Yeah, too much mystery and fear can definitely play a part with the devil. Okay, so, it's taking a long time to do this. What will you finish working on? This is a really good thing to finish working on. If you could ever finish anything. Like the devil, you have two things really lined up here. What you've been healing and what you're going to finish working on. The Nine of Swords. This is like just in your head, man. In your head, thinking about stuff, thinking about the worst case scenario, being hard on yourself for things that you've done in the past. Like there's so many ways that you can look at this card. It's keeping you up at night, or you wake up in the middle of the night and you're thinking about something like, oh shit. Or it's just like trying to get answers to things that you can't answer. I kind of like to say that the Nine of Swords comes through when we're doing more thinking and less action. Right? Like once we start taking action in our lives, because that's why we're here. We're action-based beings. Like we're here to do things and interact with all the things in our life. We get too much in our head, right? In our head, because it's almost like the energy is wound up, but it needs a source. It needs to come out somehow. What is that, that saying about, is it idle hands find, I don't know why I'm doing, like when I do these readings, I can't come up with these terms and phrases when I'm in the reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. If you're sitting around doing nothing, you get into trouble, right? It's like a little kid. Keep them busy before they find trouble. So what will be healed is a star. Bam! That's nice, because, right, you're working on this. You're working on healing that. And what's going to be healed is the star. This is really about the energy in you being connected to the universe, really having balance and harmony. Real nice balance and harmony. Very similar to the Temperance card. So you can see, as I had mentioned, Temperance is a great energy to deal with the devil. So yeah, and wishes, like moving yourself back onto the path of wishes and dreams here. Giving yourself the not only the permission, but yeah, it is the permission, but it's almost having the vision of reaching for the stars, like reaching for what may at other points prior to this felt unreachable. What you will be ready to harvest is the Three of Swords. This is going to be interesting to clarify. I kind of think when you think of harvest, something has it's come to full maturity and it's ready to be taken. It's ready to be taken and transformed into something. Usually something edible, right? Like something we're going to eat. So no, you're going to like eat that out. It feels like to me that if you've been having anything in your life that has caused heartbreak, hardship, pain, suffering, this is being harvested. It is coming to its full cycle. So, let's clarify. It feels like a long reading already, or is it just because I was up late? Oh, and I did, the comments are turned off. I turned the comments off because it just felt like constant chatter. And I thought, we just need to be quiet and listen. Maybe it's just me. I just need to be quiet and listen too. I do. I'm just like you guys. And it just felt like a lot of chatter. And I thought, let's just listen. Let's just listen for a bit here. Ooh, Judgment is at the bottom. And then it's reversed. Judgment is at the bottom. Getting ready to make the choice to be reborn. Getting ready to make the choice of the new path. Alright. What have you been working on is the Moon. It's clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Swords. I just feel like this is like things ending in your life in a way that change you. I mean, they change you dramatically and permanently. And the Hanged Man to me feels like trying to figure out how you fit now. Like, where do I fit in this new reality of who I seem to be, who I see myself as now? Like, where do I fit? And in some of that exploration is trying to figure out what to walk away from, because it's not serving you anymore. This is the unknown. Wow, it feels like the unknown part of this, like what you've been working on, is you. It's the unknown aspects of you. Discovering that. That's an interesting message. Wow, that's really fascinating. Walking out. And two, oh yeah. Discovering. This Ten of Swords and this Hangman really feels like linked with the Moon. Like figuring out who you are now. Who you are after some sort of major ending. And the Five of Swords, I kind of see it as like, he's almost like looking at this energy, right? Looking at it, okay, let's walk away. Let's go. Let's like walk away from this and then do a journey here. Because there's definitely a journey going on. I'm not seeing a lot of, I'm not really seeing a lot of blocks here. So, what have you been healing? The Devil? There she is. There's the Queen of Swords. It was kind of prominent in the Vision card, and it's leading up with the Daughter of Swords. The Queen of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Star card. This really feels like just trying to understand. Again, it's linked to this Moon card and trying to understand who you are now and where you fit in that picture. Because this is all like these. This is like, wow. This is very happy energy. Sharing your energy. And this is the kind of happiness that doesn't quit. It's like the kind of happiness that just doesn't quit. And with the Star, can you make this attainable? Can it be reachable? Can we find balance here to create that? So there's definitely trying to cut through the bullshit. I like to say that with the Queen of Swords. Trying to cut through the bullshit. It could be your own self-imposed bullshit. It could be bullshit around you. Yeah, you're healing that. So what is starting to blossom? With the Daughter of Swords. It's like the Page of Swords. The Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. It's not quite ready. It's almost ready. It's about to come out of the oven. Like it's about to come out of the oven. Oh, it's protecting it too. I feel a bit of protection with this new beginning. A little protective. Because with the Nine of Cups is achieving... you're ready to blossom. You're ready to blossom in the Nine of Cups, which is speaking to the universe at the universe's frequency here. Coming forward with your truth. Hear me, universe, and this is who I am, and this is where I'm going, and this is what I'm looking for. And this is what I would like to do. This is what I would like to experience. And really, not really budging. Well, it's kind of Aries. Kind of like this. This is it. This is how it's going to be now. So, yeah, not really budging on that. I have to say... It's kind of funny. I'm getting the energy. I've never really heard this when I'm reading this card, but I am right now. And one of the other readers that I like to pop in with, because I find her so fascinating, is Jess Puckett. And she often says that the Four of Pentacles, for her, how she reads it, is like a pseudo emperor. Like it's someone who's not quite emperor energy yet, which is kind of cute because you are like the emperor in the tarot, your card. And I'm getting that here, almost because it's a new beginning. It's like working your way up now from this new understanding of who you are at this level and reestablishing that as the Emperor. I'm being a little bit stubborn. What will you finish working on? The Nine of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. This is really about how to have equal balance and give and take here, particularly in... aspects of life that involve feelings and emotions. How to give equally and receive equally. How to balance your needs and other people's needs. If these are things that have been wrapped up in your head, is finding this equality, you're going to finish working on that. So what I've been healing is the Star. Oh, look at this. I wasn't even really looking. I was just pulling them all out. So many cards coming out. Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups. Look at this. This is the Queen of Wands going into the Nine of Wands. It's almost like coming off the throne a bit. It's almost like coming down in your energy a bit to a level of feeling a bit defeated. And with the Two of Cups, there's that equality again. There's that equal give and take with soulmate connections. Like a real equal give and take. Like this is someone that you really... It's almost like a wish, right? Like this wish. So you're healing that. So either allowing yourself... So part of that too is when you heal something like that, you kind of release it. You release it and just accept the journey. And often when we release something, it comes to you. But you can't really you can't say it. Say, okay, I'm just letting it go. I'm just letting it go. Like you have to do it on an energetic and emotional level. It's something that has to percolate on its own. So you're healing that. So what will be ready to harvest, right? Three of Swords. The Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Five of Cups. Oh, it really feels like things that you've moved towards in the past. Things that kind of get your mojo going. Things that get your mojo going that felt like deeper connections that came out as disappointing. So that's what the Three of Swords is talking about. So you're ready to harvest that. Let me ask for you actually where that goes. Can we get more information where this goes after the broken heart is harvested? After the Three of Swords is harvested, where does that go? Okay, that came up first, and then that came out. You have the Lovers, the Two of Swords, the Moon, and the King of Cups. Talk about choice. Talk about choice with the Lovers and the Two of Swords. It's a little bit like saying it's all up to you. where you take yourself here, there's going to be choices. There might be some indecision. You've been working on the moon. So maybe you'll be okay when you face the moon again. There's going to be some sort of unknown. There's going to be some sort of unknown. Use your intuition. That's how you're going to get your answers. Use your intuition, because you're not going to have, not everything is going to be obvious to you. You're not going to know everything in these choices that you make. And it's very nice because with the King of Cups, there's a lot of feelings and emotions there. A lot. So that's where that goes. And now, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. What's at the bottom now? Is the Knight of Swords, followed by the World, and then it's reversed. It's almost like, too, like a little bit like Aquarius. I mean, they had, after I did their extended, they have 4 World cards. I've never seen anything like that. But this is almost like charging towards the energy around you. Even like the choices and decisions you're making right now are moving you very quickly to cycle changes and cycle shifts, like big ones. And that's it. And there you go. So thank you, Aries. I'm going to go do your extended right now. As I said, the link is at the top of the description. I'm going to check out the energy between these 2 points. Yours feels different from Aquarius. As Aquarius's energy felt very tight, their current and future. Yours does feel like there is a bit of an in-between sitting here, so I'm going to go check that out. If I see you there, great. If I don't, I do hope to see you again next week. Until next time, guys, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.